Hi guys, Nismo Tattoos here. Today we're going to talk about my tattoo setup. First things first, let's talk about what machines I'm using. So basically right now I'm using the new Bishop Rotary Phantom with the Dark Lab grip, click grip. It's pretty cool. Gets me doing very light shadings. I really enjoy it. This is just what I'm using at the moment. Most of the time I do end up changing machines, update new ones. Sometimes they come out with better machines, newer ones. So that's the machine I'll be working on. Let's get started with cleaning essentials. Um, I like to use Sandy Cloth, Super Sandy Cloth, the large wipe size. Yeah, these are pretty good. Disposable. Cleans the viruses on the surface. 2 minutes, I believe. I also like to use Scott Shop Original Multi-Purpose Blue Paper Towels. These are really good. They don't leave any little white hair stuck in between your needles, and they just do the job done, the right job, like I need them to. Um, right now I'm using white petroleum, petroleum, petrolatum ointment. It's pretty good. I really enjoy it. The only really reason I'm using these is because I got like a free box of these, so these are really put in work right now. Actually, really good product. Really enjoy that. Very travel size too for those little ointments. Right now I'm using my green soap inside a squeeze bottle. I mean a spray bottle because it's very efficient right now for being travel size. Just a good spray, covers the area good in one spray or two sprays. It's very light on the skin, and I like how it doesn't irritate it as bad. Of course, we also always have to use water. Water is a good ingredient to use. You know, keep the skin hydrated. I like to use a squeeze bottle because the squeezy part and just falls all over the skin just the way I want it. Now the ink. Right now, well, I've been using Dynamic. Dynamic so far has been like one of the darkest inks I've used. I've used many other inks, and I love the way it comes out. It just makes all the tones come out evenly and just the way I want it. I also like to use to put on my stencils Nico Horato's anchored stencil solution. This shit is really good. I used many stencil solutions before, and so far I'm really satisfied with this. And at the end of cleanups, I love to use Rinse Cut. It's a solidifier, solidifies all the inks, makes it super easy cleanup at the end. All right, so let's get to it. We're gonna do my setup. Um, Usually I wrap everything else in plastic wrap. You know, keep everything clean. And at the end, it's easy to clean everything. So basically, what I do is I use the petroleum jelly. This is also known as a petroleum jelly. Put a little bit there. This is a dental bib as well. Forgot to mention it. This is a dental bib. I love to have the fabric part on top and the plastic part on the bottom, so this will absorb the liquids and let it lock into place. Where if I had it on the other side, I feel like the liquid and inks just stay on top and it makes a mess. So, with that being said, I have my cap system. I use the top cap system, top hat cap, I believe they call them. These are size 17. I like to stick to one size and one size only, so all of my drop sets are the same and I don't get confused. So I just put a little bit, and what I like to do is I like to line them up as the basic tones are lined up in there, and I also like to put one above on the left side for white. And this is a black and gray setup, so every setup is a bit different. This is black and gray, so I like to put around, I want to say 5 or 6 just for the bottom. And then another one on top. Now, with this being said, not every tattoo will have the same setup. If it's like, say, like a solid tribal, it will just be one ink set. I mean, one ink cap. I wouldn't have this many inks right here, cap setup. So, also, let's just open this one up right now. I don't like to be messy, so it's just to be safe as well too. Don't want a big mess. So like again, like I said, I like using dynamic ink. This ink's really good. Black. Always shake before you guys pour it in. Shake it. Shake it good. Get all the pigments ready. So what I like to do is start on the black, full black over here on the top. Full black. Make sure it comes out solid black. And also so I can know how the drops are coming out. I don't want a big mess. Then I start from my left. I'll start with a single drop actually. Well, let me put a little bit more in here. See, this is why I do start off on the black. Control the. So again, it's gonna be one. It seems like afraid to come out or something. One, two, over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then again. Sometimes this thing just doesn't want to cooperate with you. Okay, 1. Oh, this one we'll fill it half. And this one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one, I like to keep it half. And like again, it'll go from 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now the reason why I like to keep it at this system is because I believe I could do a lighter tone between 2 to 4. I could go from 4, go very lightly on the skin, and it'll make a 3 tone. So I don't like to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The reason I go to 10 is because most of the tattoos I do have many tones in them. So it's really great for me just to have this system. I've done many systems. I've done my ink cap system going from top to bottom. I also have it going from right to left. And so far, this right now is the best system for me. It might change in the future. I might find better ways to do it. I might find easier ways for myself to do these better. Now, this is again the reason why I like using a squeeze bottle to do these. Usually I have this covered in plastic. You don't really want to have anything. As you can see, the inks go on. If you have ink on your finger from doing your ink set, it goes on very easy. But at the end, I wipe down everything. So what we do, give it a little squeeze, let it fill up to the top, and then rush to the next one. The reason why I like to go from like squeezing the water from one cap and leaving it squeezing to the next one, because if I let go, sometimes the water goes back into this squeeze bottle, and it could get ink inside the water. And I think like very microscopically that it might just change the whole system. So there it is, from 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then, you know what? I actually like to put 2 more. I don't know how I forgot, but I actually like to put 2 more ink caps above here, right in the middle of it all, and just fill them up with just straight water. Now the reason for these 2 is just so I could clean my needles when going in between these machines. So now the needles I like to use are Papa cartridges. This is probably the size I like to use the most. We the 3 round tight 8 gauge 3 round liner tight. Reason for it is very close to it being a single needle to capture all the details. Perfect for outlining. And I mean, single needle is pretty good, but I don't like the way how much you got to be dipping it just for it to work. This is a cartridge needle, by the way. In case you haven't seen one, there it is, cartridge needle. I love it that it's clear as well, so I can see the indication of how much ink is inside of it as well. This is probably what I'll use the most. I also use, if it comes to shading, I'll use a 9 mag, 15 mag, and a 23 mag. And all my mags are curved mags, so it gives it little soft edges when I do the tattoo. I also like to play with this around a lot too. So say if it's a small tattoo with a lot of detail, I could do shading with this as well too. There basically is, but this is just my setup for right now. I want you guys to understand that this setup is my setup. This works for me. With that being said, I mean, like, maybe you guys are more comfortable with a different type of setup. Maybe you guys are left-handed and you guys would love to have your ink set go from right to left, or maybe you guys love the system I said before where it goes from top to bottom. You know, it's whatever you're really into. Play around with your stuff. If you're starting to tattoo, I suggest just do it many ways you can, and whichever fits comfortable for you, that would probably be best for you. Remember, you can always change it throughout time. I'm always adapting. I'm using different needles. The ink so far, I've been using it the most. I have experimented with other needles. Don't be afraid to experiment with other products as well too. There's many other different products of these. There's other solidifiers. There's other inks out there. It's coming out already. There's also other ointments out there. Like, I'm really gonna be looking into Ink Easy because I used to use it before. And I'm starting to think that Ink Easy has better products. They came out with a CBD recently. I really want to try. Stencil solutions. There's a lot out there. A lot. Um, a lot of people also like to use witch hazel to dilute their inks. Some people like to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've also seen like water caps in between each ink set as well too, to like dilute them, and it's like it'll be like a 2.5 kind of thing, and it's really up to you. This is just my setup. I want to show you guys how I do my setup. This is my basic setup. um if you guys like the way I set up, leave a comment behind. If you guys don't like it as well, leave that comment as well too. If you guys have any ideas for any more videos I should do, this is practically my first video. um just leave a comment below, like and share, and yeah, let me know how you guys think. Nismo Tattoos out.